Hey StoryMakers, do you live in a forest or maybe a desert or a grassland or a jungle? I am originally from Mississippi, but like southern Mississippi, so it's kind of swampy-ish, like a grassland. And now I live in the concrete jungle, aka New York City. But today is day 3 of our adventure, and on day 3 of creation, God created the lands, these things that we step on and live on. So go grab your zine, go get those tools, and meet me right back here. All right, guys, it is day 3. We've got our day 3 script for lands. And I've got Sophia back again with me, and she is going to be God this time, too. All right, let's get started.
I have more ideas for Earth.
And God created more. He created places for life.
I will separate the waters, and I will create deserts, islands, and jungles.
And God called these places land. But the land was bare.
This desert needs cactus. The island needs palm trees. The jungle needs gum trees.
And God created more.
This cactus needs a budding flower. This island needs plants. This jungle needs vines.
Whoa, just creating and creating and creating. StoryMakers, we are headed into the desert, the jungle, and even the North Pole. On the 3rd day, God got another burst of creativity, and that is when the trees and all the plants and the land that people and animals can live on, that's when all of that was created. And there are many different types of habitats, which is just a sciencey word for home. You've got tropical rainforests, grasslands, deserts, jungles, deciduous forests, coniferous forests, and tundras, which are just those really cold, deserty places. And we also know from science that there are over 1 million different types of plants, and new ones are being found every single day. Like just last year, a new plant called the morning glory plant was discovered in Peru. Who would have thought? God is speaking creation into so many things, and in so many ways. Now, I've got one big question for you, but I need you to go grab your tools first and then meet me right back here. All right, guys, so my big question is this. Who or what do you think God created all these plants and land for? Who or what do you think God created all the plants and the land for? Well, did you know that while we do have our trees and plants here on the land, there are also plants under the ocean, or in the ocean. We've got kelp, there's seaweed, coral reefs, all of these plants that live right there in the water. With my friend, Jerry, the octopus. You see you've got the seaweed here, and there's some little algae floating in the background there, and the coral reefs over here. All of these things all live together in the ocean. Isn't that so cool? So, you can draw your answer, you can write your answer. But who do you think God created all these plants and homes for? All right, guys, so for our activity today, we are going to be making some ecosystems. So I want you to exercise that imagination. Name your ecosystem. I named mine Imaginationville. And just add in whatever you want. I added some soil here at the bottom just to keep my little plants alive. And there's some interesting green plants growing out of here and some little blue ones and these like super colorful orange and yellow ones growing too. It's all coming together. I gotta add in our little, maybe some bugs in there or something, you know, to keep the plants alive. And maybe if I add some water, I can put some little fish in there too. But yeah, add in anything that you want. Whatever kind of plant or animal you want to put inside your ecosystem, use that imagination and do it. Well, guys, what an awesome lesson we had today. So before we leave, let's say a little prayer. Dear God, thank you for creating the plants and the trees, the land that we get to live on, and the plants that make the food that we can eat. In your name I pray. Amen. Well, guys, chapter 3 was amazing. I cannot wait to see what God creates on day 4.